Why not Mr. Chadwick Boseman, AKA the Black Panther, is in the building. Y'all can dance. Y'all can stand up. You can stand up. What's up, man? Thanks for coming. I don't think y'all were loud enough. The Black Panther is here. Make some noise. Make some noise. Let's have a seat. So what's up, everybody? I'm T. You got questions already, man. You just walked in. So I'm TJ Adeshola. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. I work at Twitter. I'm also a Blackbird lead. And today is a really, really special day. We need y'all to sit down. We gotta talk to the Black Panther. So today's a super special day. Not only is Black Panther available at home, but the Black Panther himself, Chadwick Boseman, is here to hang out with us. Make some noise one more time. Also, shout out to the people watching on the timeline. This is live on Twitter, streaming from @Chadwick Boseman's handle. This is a big day. This is a big day. So you see the reaction you drew when you walked in. This is big time stuff. Did you know that the impact of this movie would be as massive as it is?
Well, first off, you guys are. It's such a joy to my heart to see you guys. You guys just watched the movie. Right?
Right?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay, cool. Yeah, just to see all of you here, you look strong and beautiful, and smart, and just to be in a room with you right now is one of the most fulfilling things that I've experienced, because it's the first time I've actually been in sort of a classroom setting, in a setting with kids your age after they've seen the movie. So I'm just glad to be here. And I think there's no way in the world I could have known that the movie would do this well across the board. There's so many different people in different walks of life, age ranges, different countries would respond to the movie like they have. I think we knew we had something special and something that had not been done before. Mm-hmm. Like this specific thing had not been done. But I think it's a surprise to all of us.
I don't know if you guys heard that, but the Black Panther called you smart and beautiful. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Thank you. Say thank you. Thank you. Okay. So Black Panther, as you likely know, is the most tweeted about movie of all time ever. So, yeah, exactly, right? So naturally, people on the timeline, they want to know, the movie is available now. Are there any type of behind the scenes, super secretive things that you can tell us about?
There are definitely some scenes that were left out of the movie that you will see. And it's hard as an actor, because you shoot certain things and when it doesn't actually end up in the movie. Like I have a scene with Forrest Whitaker that's not in the movie, and it's to me, I really got excited about shooting a scene with him. So the fact that it's actually not in the movie, and you'll finally get a chance to see it, like I'm excited about that, and it's across the board. Daniel Kaluuya and Denai have a scene together that you didn't see in the movie. And it's about their relationship, which informs, I think, the end of the movie. You saw it, so it's great to be able to talk about the movie and not have to worry. Yeah, not spoil. There you go. And not have to worry about spoiling it. So you can see their relationship in a way where you understand like the struggle the conflict she has, because she has a relationship with him, but she has to choose her country and her king over that relationship. So I think it's a lot of things like that are there. Definitely bloopers. Definitely, some of the fun that we have on set with each other. So a lot of that will be available to you.
Okay, so that's the inside scoop, y'all. When I knew you nailed it. So my mother's Nigerian, I'm Nigerian, which is like about 5 miles away from Wakanda, if you didn't know that. It's on the map. It's on the map. And she called me one day and she said, "Have you seen Black Panther? It's very good, though. It's very good." As soon as she did that, I knew you nailed the accent, which had to have taken months of preparation. So walk us through the preparation that was required to just crush this role like you did.
I had a dialect coach that I found in South Africa, Andile Nebuline, and we had worked together previously, and I just tried to to talk to him, several times a week, and just have him school me on what actually was authentic and what wasn't. There's certain things you can learn from a book.
Sure.
And there are certain things that you can learn from, a general dialect coach. There are dialect coaches who they try to learn every single dialect there is, but they may not have an actual, it's not their mother tongue. They don't have that relationship with the language in a way that is culturally specific for them, that's rhythmic for them in the same way. So they can't recognize whether or not something is right in certain instances. So I needed him to basically say, well, it's technically right, but it's still wrong. Because we just wouldn't do it that way. Instead, we would do this in this particular instance. And so I leaned on him as much as I could. And I think at a certain point, you have to let everything go and just live it. And when you are using a dialect and an accent, you have to walk around and talk that way all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
At the drive-through too?
At the drive-through, at the grocery store, when you call your mom, when you call your agent or whoever, your girlfriend, you have to literally talk to people like that as much as you can stand it.
So I think one of the key takeaways from that is preparation is key, right? If you want to be successful, you have to prepare. So we have a room full of young scholars, right? Young change makers, people who are going to change the world, our future. I would love to know what you wanted to be when you grew up.
I can't say I knew exactly, and that's, I say that to say you don't necessarily have to know right now. If you do know, that's great. Or you may think you know it, and it may end up changing. But I had times where I wanted to be a visual artist. I had times where I wanted to be a basketball player. I had times where I wanted to be an architect. I had times where I wanted to be an attorney. All of those things were, in my mind, possibilities. And I think that's the key, is that you should, if you don't have the thought that something can be a possibility, if you don't have people around you that are saying that's a possibility, they see your talent, they see the things that you're good at, and they're guiding you towards, they might not be right. You know what I'm saying? They may not be right, and they may be saying it because it's what they know. But at least you should have some goal. Having some goal and some intention is better than having anything, because it can, at least that thing can lead you to the next thing. So for me, it was various different things until I got to this. And even in doing this, I knew once I decided I wanted to tell stories. For me, it was directing and writing before it was acting.
Interesting.
So even in getting into the right field, I wasn't exactly in this job. Now, I will still direct and I will still write, but there was a stage fright probably that I had to get over.
Wow.
At a certain point. Like, I would be the last person, like if you asked me, like when I was, thinking I was just a writer or just a director, and I was in those classes, my first acting classes, which I was only taking because my directing advisor told me in order to direct, you have to know how to act. If in those classes, I would be the last person to get up and share my monologue and share my scene. I will be the last person to turn in their homework. I'll be the last person. And to tell you the truth, I might have skipped a day. If it was my turn to go, I was like, I'm not going that day so that I don't have to do my scene. So I had to find that. I had to find that it was the right thing for me to do and get over my stage fright.
So you guys are all straight A students, right? Is that right? Everybody make straight A's? Yeah, y'all weren't loud enough. I don't believe you. Y'all make straight A's? Okay, okay. So we gotta ask, what was your favorite subject in school growing up? Math. Ooh, math?
You think it's math? Do you really think it's math? I think my favorite. It's funny because I actually don't know the answer to this question. I liked geometry.
Wow.
But I did. Wait. That's not the end of the answer. I like geometry, but I didn't like all facets of math. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a visual aspect to geometry. I liked visual arts. So those two together is why I would say that I wanted to be an architect. You know what I'm saying? Because you can draw and calculate at the same time. So I kind of had like a dual feeling about that. I also like history,
History?
Yeah, so I don't think there was one subject for me. It was like I like to think about how things connect to each other.
Got you. Well, speaking of favorites, back to the movie, was there a favorite scene that you did in Black Panther?
Ooh. One of my favorite scenes, because it's hard to pick one. I loved the lab scenes with Shuri, because they were just fun.
Right.
They were just fun scenes. It's a part of his character that you haven't seen yet in this movie, and I was excited about where that could go and where it could go after that.
It humanized you too.
Definitely. There's also there's another scene I had with Forrest, where I come back and I ask him, about the ring. That Killmonger had. Enjoyed that scene a lot. I think every time it's different. Every time I watch it, I have a memory about the process, because you're not completely aware of what you're doing. Like once you get lost in the scene, I don't always remember everything that happened.
Right.
It's you're gone. And so it takes me watching it a few times for me to like really formulate that was my favorite scene, or I enjoyed that scene a lot. But in the times that I've watched it, those scenes stand out. All of the Warrior Fall stuff will probably take years for me to really appreciate, because it was so hard.
So take us behind the scenes. Give us a glimpse that we wouldn't have seen in the movie. Were there any pranksters on set? Who was the funniest person to work with? Any really cool stories that we probably haven't heard of?
We were really serious in a way that we're not on Avengers. We it's all a joke.
Okay.
In Avengers, like everybody is joking all the time, but there weren't real pranksters in our production, because I think we were really serious all the time, and when the camera was rolling. But there was a lot of music as opposed to pranks. There was a lot of like musicality to our set that I've only seen when I shot James Brown. I shot Get On Up and Play James Brown. We had a similar musicality, music happening all the time, when the camera's not rolling. So people were freestyling. Like Letitia was always freestyling. Letitia was always freestyling.
Did
Even
you freestyle?
Angela Bassett
Did you
was
freestyle?
freestyling. No, I wasn't freestyling, because I was like, I'm not freestyling in the accent. Right. So, for me, it was not that type of thing. My jokes were more, or my moments of levity were more silent. But Lupita is a lot of fun too. She's always sort of finding ways to enjoy the set experience. So like we were doing this movie while Get Out was also a big movie in the box office, and also like just a culturally important movie. So they shot this thing where they were like reenacting scenes from Get Out while we were on set, like running. If you've seen the scene where they're running towards the camera and dip out really quick. So everybody was sort of doing that type of thing on set. And again, drums, music, dancing, like all of that was there. So it was fun at times.
One of the cool things that we enjoyed watching just on Twitter alone is it felt like a family, right? Watching you all felt like the family members you've never met. And even on timeline, people were just so excited to cheer for you all as a family. So we got one more question for the Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman. If you could have a superpower in real life, what would that superpower be? That's a good question, right?
Who said telekinesis? What'd you say? I'm gonna steal one that Trevor Noah said last night because I think he's right. We were debating whether the ability to control time or being able to teleport. This was literally a conversation I was having with him last night. The ability to teleport is better. So to move your body from one space to another, and he said teleporting, and I think he's right. I thought about this like several times last night. When I was going to bed, I was thinking I think he's right. It's better.
Wait. So give us an example of when you would use.
So you're about to punch me. I'm right here, and then I move. I'm over there behind you.
I wouldn't punch you though. I wouldn't punch you.
You can't. Now I'm behind you. I already got you now.
Ooh, that's a good one. Teleporting's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, one more round of applause for the Black Panther, y'all. He came to see you guys. He came to see you guys because you guys are really, really good students and good at life. So I want to shout out everybody in the timeline for watching this from @Chadwick Boseman's handle. We're super excited that he's here. The movie is available now in stores, at home. Go get Black Panther. Thank you guys so much.